Stonebridge Manor by Peter C. Bradbury. Narrated by Tony Cleary. Stonebridge Manor, read by Tony Cleary. Lady Baldwin was lying face down on the bed. A white sheet barely concealed her modesty, but not her figure. Despite being in her middle 40s, she was still sought after by enough men to keep her happy. She still had her looks, her small waist, her large breasts helped by some minor operations, and her long, slim legs. Although her shoulder-length blonde hair was extremely dishevelled and her lipstick smudged, she didn't particularly care at this moment. She had just had sex and wanted some more. She raised herself up on her right elbow and rearranged the sheet around her to the best effect, highlighting the length of her legs and the roundness of her bottom. Today she knew she was irresistible. Her blue eyes quickly took in the surroundings, a tiny bedroom with limited furniture, the biggest of which was this queen-size bed which she herself had bought. Just a couple of nightstands on either side in natural pine, a dressing table and a chair in the same pine, and a small wardrobe. The walls were plain white and curtains stood out in a dreadful chocolate. They were closed at present, thankfully keeping much of the daylight out. After all, it was still only 3 p.m. Her clothes were scattered all about the beige-fitted carpet, and she smiled as she recalled how hurriedly they'd been discarded. Lady Baldwin heard him flush the toilet and turn the faucet on to wash his hands from the bathroom next door. Then a faint sound of his bare feet padding away towards the kitchen. She knew he loved her, worshipped her really, but she didn't love him back. He was just a lover. In the tiny kitchen he busied himself getting a couple of glasses and a bottle of champagne out of the fridge. Champagne was her usual beverage. She had even sent a crate to this apartment purely for her frequent visits, along with other personal supplies. She'd probably have the whole place redecorated and refurnished soon, but he didn't mind, just as long as she visited. Simon had worked for her once as...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?